This is Harsha from Academic Knowledge Institute. Today we are going to see the topic that is organic chemistry. This is the chapter in chemistry in a 10th standard ICSE. So let's see this chapter. Now we will see the difference between organic and inorganic compounds. So what is the difference between the organic and inorganic compounds? The first thing is that like composition. The elements which combines in that, like which elements comes in organic compounds. There are very few elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, chlorine and bromine. Here except these, all these elements comes in inorganic compounds. I told you what is the organic compounds. They are basically vegetables and animal origin, and inorganic compounds after all this. Like if they are not vegetables, if they are not from the animal origin, they comes in inorganic compound. Okay. Then the bond. They are having covalent bond. I will tell you which bond is covalent bond and how this bond are formed. And here the bond in inorganic compound is basically electrovalent bond or ionic bond. Then they are having very low melting point and boiling point. They are having very high melting point and boiling point. These type of compounds, like organic compounds, they are insoluble in water. So that's why they are soluble in organic solvent. All the organic compounds, they are insoluble in water. Like we can say alcohol and all that. Alcohol is insoluble in water. Even oil is also insoluble in water. And all the inorganic compounds, they are soluble in water. That's why they are insoluble in organic compounds, like organic solvents. Then the combustibility and volatility. What is combustibility? Like if they are able to catch the fire or burn easily. Yeah, all the organic compounds, they can catch the fire and they can burn very easily, like petrol and all that. So that's why they are the combustible and volatile. Then all the inorganic compounds, they are the non-combustible and they are the non-volatile. If they are the good conductors of electricity, they are the organic compounds are non-conductors of the heat and electricity, and here they are the good conductors of the electricity. And the catenation and isomerism, just right now I told you that carbons are showing the isomerism, so they are exhibited the isomerism, and inorganic compounds never exhibited the isomerism. Now we will see the classification of organic compounds. Organic compounds are divided into mainly two types, that is aliphatic compounds and cyclic compounds. Aliphatic compounds are also called as a acyclic compound or open chain compound, and cyclic compounds are called as a closed chain compound. Aliphatic compounds is further divided into two types, that is saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. In saturated compounds, all the alkanes came in a saturated compound. In unsaturated compound, all the alkenes and alkynes come in the unsaturated compound. Then the cyclic compounds divided into two types, that is the homocyclic and heterocyclic, and collectively they call as a aromatic compound. Why this is called as an aromatic compound? Because they have some specific aroma, like specific type of smell, like all the petroleum. In homocyclic compound, the benzene ring, like benzene comes in a homocyclic compound, and in heterocyclic compound, the pyridine comes in a heterocyclic compound. Now we will see what is the homologous series. What is the homologous series? It is the series of organic compounds where the successive members follows a regular structural pattern, and it differs by the CH2 group. CH2 group means exactly what is the molecular weight? That is 14. That carbon is having the molecular weight 12 and the hydrogen is having the molecular weight 1. So 1 into 2, 2. So 12 plus 2, 14. So they differ from one another, like successive members is differ by the 14 group. 14 as a molecular weight. Now we will see the characteristics of members of the homologous series. So what are the characteristics of that? They are having the same element and functional group, like a same element, whether they are having CHO, CH, like that. So they are having the same elements, they are having the same functional group, they are having the same general molecular formula, they are having similar chemical properties, and either we go from upside to down, so their molecular weight is increases. If you take the example of a methane and if you take the example of a ethane, then you will get to know when we are going to downward side, the molecular weight of a compound is increasing. and their physical properties are also increasing as their molecular weight is increasing. And now we will see what are the significance of the homologous series. It helps in the study of organic compounds, and we can predict the properties and the nature of the other compounds from the same series. Now we will see the homologous series of a hydrocarbon. In hydrocarbon there are only carbon and hydrogen. So like we can consider this like CX and HY, where the X and Y are the whole number. And there are the two types, like saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. In saturated hydrocarbon, that is the alkane, and in unsaturated carbon, that is the alkene and alkyne. In alkane, their general formula is like this, where the N is a whole number. Okay. So by these, first we will make the methane formula. This is CH4. We know that C is 1. So the how we'll do this with this formula? Carbon is 1. This is the first alkane of this series. So the carbon is 1, then hydrogen, like this here 1 we will place, like 2 into 1, so 2 plus 2, that is 4. So when the carbon is 1, then hydrogen will be 4. Okay, so this is we know as a methane. And the next we will go with the ethane. With this same formula, this is the second carbon. The methane is first, then ethane is second. Get it? So when we will put this 2 into this N, so that means C2, then H is 2 into N. So that is 2 into this and then plus 2. So how it will be? 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, that is 6. So it will be C2H6. So that is ethane. Ready? Okay. Then we will see the propane. How we'll make the propane? Propane, that is the third carbon in the alkane series. So C3, with the same we will make this 2 into 3. With the same formula we are doing this. Plus 2. That is C3. 2 3s are 6 plus 2. That is 8. So it will be H8. That is propane. Get it? So with the help of this, you can go with the butane, pentane, then hexane, heptane, octane, nanane, decane, and all that. For the unsaturated compound, there are the alkenes and alkynes. The main thing is that you have to remember here all the compounds, they are with the they attach with one another with a single bond. They are having only the single bond. In alkene, they attach with the double bond. The carbon-carbon is attached with the double bond. And in alkyne, the carbon-carbon is attached with the triple bond. That's why if you see, these numbers are reducing. Get it? Here between this alkane and alkene, there is another one type also, that we call it as a alkyl. What we call it? Alkyl. What is the general formula of that? CnH2n plus 1. Like when the methyl iodide is formed, we are not saying the methane iodide, we are saying methyl iodide. So that's why this methyl comes from the alkyl family, not from the alkane family. Get it? Okay. Methane is like this. All the 4 are hydrogen. So when we are doing the reaction, with any other elements, the one hydrogen will be get replaced and the iodide will get attached. Then we will call it as a methyl iodide. By the same process, you can do as a ethyl iodide. Then you can say as a ethyl chloride, ethyl bromide, and all that. Like in alkane series, we started from the methane, but in alkene series, we cannot start from the methane. Why? Because here the carbon-carbon, in alkene series, the carbon-carbon is attached with the double bond. So in a methane, there is only one carbon, so we cannot attach the another carbon with the double bond. So that's why in alkene series, we cannot start from the methane. Like this, CnH2n. Like if there are 2 carbon, then there will be 4 hydrogen. Get it? Okay. Here are 2 carbons, so there will be 4 hydrogen. You can either attach this hydrogen from this side or from this side. Both are fine. If there are the 3 carbon, then how many hydrogen will be there? According to this formula, 3 into 2, that is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we call it as a propene. In alkyne, the carbon-carbon is attached with the triple bond. So if they attach with the triple bond, so like 1, 2, 3. So their 3 bonds are already fulfilled. So we are just having the 1 bond that is remain. So that we will do with the hydrogen. We will fulfill that 1 bond with the hydrogen. So if here there are the 2 carbon, so there are 2 hydrogen. So according to that, what we call this as a ethyl. Then next will be propine. So in propane, what we'll do? Like this. Why I didn't did the 3 bonds here? You can do here also, but either you can do here or here, not on both the sides. There are 3 bonds, like 1, 2, 3. 3 bonds are fulfilled. Only 1 bond is remain. So I will do this with a here. With this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bond is already fulfilled. So we cannot again add the 1 bond. Here only 1 bond is here. So we can add here. Only 1 bond is here. So we can add more 3 bonds. So we will do this like this way. Then we will calculate their bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bond is fulfilled. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is fulfilled. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is fulfilled. So how many carbons are there? 3 carbons. And how many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are the 4 hydrogens. Get it? So just check this formula. Cn. How many C? N what will replace? 3. 2 into 3. That is 6. Minus 2. 6 minus 2, 4. So that is C3H4. Get it? Okay. Here also what we will do? Cn H2n minus 2. So how many C's are there? Carbon 2. So 2. So 2 into 2, 4 minus 2. So that is 2. So that's why it's a C2H2. That is ethyne. And this is propane. I hope आपको आज का लेक्चर बहुत पसंद आया होगा. ये लेक्चर आपको कैसा लगा ये मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख के ज़रूर बताइए. अगर आपको इस लेक्चर से रिलेटेड कोई डाउट्स हो गए तो वो भी मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में पूछिए. And next lecture we will see the structures of organic compounds, then isomerism of organic compounds, then their properties of organic compounds and many more things. तब तक खुश रहिए, हंसते रहिए और एकेडमिक नॉलेज इंस्टीट्यूट को देखते रहिए. थैंक यू सो मच.